What's this whole mother-in-law and daughter-in-law conflict people talk about? I've never felt it personally. Are there really such mean mothers-in-law out there? I get along great with Ethan's mom. Whenever I visit, we cook together and have a blast. If anything happens, I know Ethan will have my back. Ethan just proposed to me. My name's Zoe. I'm a 26-year-old office worker. I met Ethan in a college club, and we've been together for 8 years. Maybe that's why I get along so well with his mom. Back in college, we both aimed to join a major corporation. Ethan was so determined to join that famous company, and I took the chance too. Job hunting was tough, but we both made it in. We hugged and celebrated. But since then, our busy jobs meant we couldn't have many relaxed dates. We just wanted to support each other more than anything. That's when Ethan proposed. After 8 years, we felt inseparable. I was over the moon. We visited each other's families, and all that was left was the wedding. Then, one day, Ethan's mom, who was supposed to live with his brother Liam, asked to move in with us. I was taken aback. We never discussed living together. What about my parents? I said. Ethan tried talking to her, but she wouldn't listen. She had her reasons. After your father passed, I couldn't do much for Liam. He didn't go to college, and without a high school diploma, he can't get a job. Ethan, you're all I have. You might as well be my eldest. What? Liam's there with you. We can help financially. I want to live with both Ethan and Zoe. Families support each other. I love you, Zoe. Mother-in-law, but... After discussing, we agreed to live with her until Liam got married. After the wedding, we moved in. But what awaited was the classic mother-in-law and daughter-in-law conflict. I was sure we'd be fine. The next morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. to find her already making breakfast. I rushed to the kitchen. Good morning. I'm sorry I'm late. Let me help. You sleep in so late. I've already made breakfast and Ethan's sandwich. Women should wake up early and handle the house. What kind of upbringing did you have? Her words stung. I was shocked. What should I do? I was surprised from the first day. I was in a state of panic, not knowing what to do. What should I do in times like this? My mind went blank, and I said, Mother-in-law, I'm sorry, what should I do? You need instructions for everything? And you work at such a big company? Maybe you got in by luck and were about to be fired. That's why you rushed to marry Ethan. That's not true. We wanted kids, and I wanted to make things easier for you. Easier? I woke up early because there's one more person, and you're still sleeping. It's more work. I'm sorry. I don't like you. Don't defy me. Got it? What? Defy me, and you'll get a divorce. That's it. I faced the classic conflict I never expected. Every day was filled with her taunts and sarcasm. The dream life I had envisioned vanished before my eyes. I was exhausted, constantly trying to keep Ethan's mom in good spirits. We'd only been married for 3 months. I wanted to talk to Ethan about it, but he was always too tired from work and fell asleep immediately. I thought I'd have a chance when he got home. One day, as Ethan was changing in the bedroom, I brought up the mother-in-law issue. But Ethan dismissed it. Come on, Zoe, you're probably just misunderstanding. There's no way my mom would act like that with you. Anyways, I'm starving. Let's eat. I shouldn't have been surprised. In front of Ethan, mother-in-law was always the perfect mother. But behind closed doors, she was a nightmare. She'd constantly threaten, defy me and you'll get a divorce. Where did our feelings fit into all this? I grew distant from Ethan, feeling more and more isolated. One day, at my wit's end, I finally snapped back at her. You keep saying defy me, and you'll get a divorce. Fine, let's do it. What? Wait! A few days later, we divorced. Mother-in-law was shocked. She had always seen me as a servant, someone who'd do anything for her. Clean, do the laundry, make the bed, wax the floors, and when you're done, go shopping and prepare lunch. I want a roast beef sandwich today. After that, give me a 2-hour massage. Got it? Defy me and you'll get a divorce. I regretted not continuing my job. Still, I couldn't let go of my feelings for Ethan. I believed that I could build a happy family with Ethan. One day, as I was packing to leave, Mother-in-law entered the room, looking anxious. "What are you doing, Zoe?" "I'm leaving. I'll have movers pick up the rest later." "This is a joke, right?" "It's no joke. You said if I defied you, we'd divorce, so let's do it." "You're being so childish. It's obviously a joke." "A joke? Stop messing around. I've had enough. Let's divorce. It's ridiculous that your mother even has a say in this." "Well, I mean, it's just that I'm not your mother's servant, you know." "I never treated you like that. You're just misunderstanding, Zoe." "Every single day you let this happen and you call it a misunderstanding? Is this the kind of family your mother wanted?" "Wait, it's just I've struggled raising our 2 sons. When Ethan got married, I thought I'd let out all the pent-up feelings. I felt this way for a long time. You wouldn't understand since you don't have kids." "What are you talking about? Struggled? Your father left you a house and a good amount of money. Ethan was 16 then and didn't need much care." "That's why I said you wouldn't understand. Have kids and then talk." "Really? But taking out your frustrations on your daughter-in-law is wrong. Was I chosen just to be your stress reliever? Is that why you were nice to me?" "Of course, it's always been this way. A daughter-in-law shouldn't defy her mother-in-law. That's tradition." I quickly packed and left the house. She still insisted that what she did was right and told me to understand her struggles. If this is what family means, if being treated this way is what family is about, then I don't need such a family. I'm content with my own life. I calmed down at a nearby park and then went to my parents' house. The moment I saw my mom, I burst into tears. She felt so warm. "Zoe, what happened?" "Just wait a moment." She quickly made me a warm coffee. "Drink this and calm down. This isn't like you." After calming down a bit, I told her everything. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" "I didn't want to worry you. You always care about me." "Silly girl, I'm always here for you. Just relax here. Maybe it's best to divorce. Life has its ups and downs." I cried like a child. She hugged me tightly. I wished I could be a mother like her. The more I thought about it, the sadder I felt about Ethan not supporting me. Even if we had a good relationship with his mother, he never listened to my concerns. The happy times before marriage felt like a lie after 8 years. I realized the complexity of the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationship. Ethan, oblivious to everything, came home as usual. He called me after confronting his mother, but I refused to answer. He kept calling, but I blocked him. I just wanted a break. Ethan kept calling me over and over again. I couldn't help but block his number. I just needed a break. That night, I enjoyed the creamy stew I made with Mom and went to bed early. When I woke up the next day, I was surprised it was already past 8 a.m. Rushing to the kitchen, Mom greeted me. "Did you sleep well?" "I slept like a log. It's been a while since I had such a good sleep." "Zoe, how about we go to a pottery class today?" "A pottery class? Today?" "It's a new place nearby. They let you join even for just 1 session. I've been wanting to make a vase. Thought it might be a good distraction. I decided to spend the day out with Mom. The pottery class was more engaging and fun than I expected. For that moment, I completely forgot about yesterday. Later, Mom and I had a late lunch and did some shopping. Helping with dinner, I realized it had been a while since we spent quality time together. During college and my early working days, I never really cooked with Mom. She looked genuinely happy, probably trying to cheer me up. A few days later, a letter arrived for me. Ethan's name was on the back. I opened it immediately. To my shock, it was divorce papers. I couldn't understand why Ethan would do this, but part of me felt relieved. I felt bad for not answering his calls, but sending divorce papers was a bit much. With no lingering feelings, I decided to fill them out and submit them to City Hall. Is this how breakups go? I started to think Ethan was just like my mother-in-law. What happened to those happy 8 years? As these thoughts consumed me, my phone buzzed. It was an email from Ethan. I hesitated but opened it, and there, the email painted a picture of Ethan completely under mother-in-law's control. She had manipulated him, blaming everything on me. I was shaking. Could this really be happening? Had mother-in-law cried to Ethan? My head was spinning. Ethan's message. I always believed in us. It hurts to be betrayed like this. Left me conflicted. It was clear mother-in-law was behind this, but my feelings remained unchanged. The realization of mother-in-law's true nature was terrifying. Regardless, I decided to submit the divorce papers the next day. The next morning, I went to the city hall and had the papers processed. Surprisingly, I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. Feeling motivated, I decided to start job hunting. A few days later, I got a call from a former boss. There was an opening in a subsidiary company, and they were struggling to find the right person. The offer was tempting, so I expressed my interest. Then, my phone rang. It was Ethan. Answering, I could hear a frantic Ethan. Zoe, you haven't submitted the divorce papers, right? Let's forget all about it. What? I'm sorry, I didn't know everything. Liam told me everything. It was all Mom's doing. Liam knew about her true nature, but couldn't intervene because he feared she'd kick him out. He's really sorry. So what do you want? I want to apologize. I'm truly sorry. It's too late. Please don't contact me anymore. It's over. What? Let's get back together. It was all Mom's fault. I was a victim too. Victim? You never listened to me. But I thought Mom was telling the truth. She's always been kind, so I thought you were mistaken. Do you realize how much I suffered? How hard it was? Mother-in-law kept piling chores on me. You never listened. This is the result. That's not true. I was deceived by Mom. Let's start over. I've rented a place near your house. I'm not interested, and the divorce papers have been processed. It's over. What? I shouldn't have sent those papers. It was all Mom's idea. You always blame Mom. Liam seems to understand better. He's not just playing games at home, he's working. What? I thought he was just playing games. That's another lie from mother-in-law. You two are perfect for each other. Goodbye. Wait, let's try again. Zoe! Zoe! I hung up feeling a sense of closure, as I realized that it was already over, and so I started a new chapter in my life. Zoe, it's your first day at work. Here's a sandwich. Thanks, Mom. I'm running late. I'll make my own tomorrow. Take care. Will do. Bye. I felt refreshed. A few months later, I was promoted to manager. Work was fun and my colleagues were great. I looked forward to the future. Maybe I'll take a break from dating. I'll take things slow.